Ancient Albatross here again with the Cypher Unlimited crew and some others. But as usual, we have, excuse me, I was going to say Ancient Albatross. We have Space 18 or Anthony. We have AD or Alpha Dean or simply Dean. And Anthony, what are we doing here today?
Hey, welcome everybody. Sorry for the little delay. We had some technical issues, but we took care of it. So today we're playing Stuff Happens, uh, a pretty fun horror one shot. I think that hopefully I'll get to TPK the party, and then it'll be 30 minutes or so. But we're running a Cipher System, of course, by Monty Cook Games, but more specifically, I'm using the horror modules from Stay Alive by I don't know if you can see it with my background, but by Sean K. Reynolds. I'll be using the Secret Twist horror module, horror mode, of course, and Poor Choices, which is an excellent mechanic where it allows the GM to give out a GM and choose you as normal, but make the characters do something that they would normally do logically, like because we're trying to replicate a horror movie. So I'll give a brief description of the setting of what we're going for. The year is 1985, and the five of you all live and work in a small town called Waterford in upstate New York. It has a population around 700, 715, and it's one of those towns that's always been full of families struggling to eke out an existence in small town life. But the last few years has really, really hit this town hard. With the town going almost bankrupt. The few factories that were in the town, closed down, due to economic reasons and whatnot. And you guys have a totally incompetent mayor that we'll get to in a little bit, right? But with the times being so dire, and everyone needing employment, needing a better life, all of a sudden, a few months ago, this mysterious businessman showed up. His name is Dr. Jake Fesco, and he purchased and remodeled the two factories that were in Waterford to open up some yogurt that he calls the stuff. It's a wonder yogurt, and everyone in the town that's eaten it has been addicted. It's delicious. It's the best yogurt you could possibly imagine. So the town is like really excited. They think that this is going to be the ticket to get the town out of starvation. So the whole town is buzzing with excitement. He even talks about taking it national. And it's going to bring back Waterford to its former glory. It's so exciting that even the high school football team, the Waterford Badgers, won their first game in over 3 years. I mean, the other team didn't have enough players, but that doesn't count. They still won the game. So, everything else is looking great for Waterford except for one thing. Over the last month and a half, there's already been 2 missing persons, and there's been several mutilated animals found off the main road several days apart. It has the local sheriff and his 3 deputies totally baffled. So we're going to find out what's really going on. So, Dean, you want to ask the characters to describe themselves? You can start with yourself first.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to introduce everybody here. First, let's start off with our buddy Eric Frankhouse. Eric, and give us your character name and, a little bit of info.
Wait a minute. I thought we were doing something else here, Anthony.
Yeah, we'll describe your characters and then we'll move on to the next thing.
Okay. Okay. So I'm playing a small town sheriff. My name is Rico Notario. I've been a sheriff here for a few years, and I gotta say, it is mighty troubling what's been going on here. This is mighty troubling.
And let's move on to Synth, from our server, Synth.
I am playing Jonah Rittenhouse. I was gambling for a while in Vegas. Came back with some cards. Came back with a bit of money to my name. It went bad most of the time, but now things are starting to look up. Came back home. Things are starting to look down again.
And Jarrett.
Hey, I'm playing Carl Mayweather. Just casual mayor's assistant, who has to deal with the damn shithead of a mayor. You know.
And Al?
So I'm playing Robert Tabernathy, but everyone calls him Bobby. He's like the reckless teen. He's an impulsive explorer who looks for trouble. I'm dating the sheriff's
You
daughter.
better leave Nicole alone.
She's my sweetheart. We often, go out on nice dates, play some video games every now and then at either of our own houses. At the time, I believe Nintendo was popping, the NES. So we'd play some Zelda or whatever have you. I'm known to be a little bit of a hothead, make some rash decisions every now and then based on what I believe. But I don't play by anybody's rules. Not even, only my own rules. Or whatever that reckless teen mindset is.
And my character rounds out this quintuplet of weirdos, or whatever you want to call them, who live in this small town. My character's name is none other than William Sutton, an intelligent adept who learns quickly, otherwise known as the city, or should I say the town doctor, veterinarian, and like all around smart person. So that's kind of my job here. And
I'm sorry, Dean.
And and just so everybody knows, I was adopted by the Rittenhouse family, and Jonah over there is my wayward little brother who really doesn't like me too much because he thinks I'm an overachiever and always trying to make him look bad.
Oh, we could definitely play with that. Guys, those are all great characters, but let's just put them aside for a few minutes. We're going to do something different. We're going to open up our game with the noise of a busy factory. And there's, conveyor belts moving, with all sorts of people on assembly lines, either packaging or filling up these, 8-ounce cups of yogurt with the label, the stuff on the side. Looks similar to this, if anybody wants to see. And all your guys are all playing guys working on this assembly line. You hear the sound of the end of the day horn blowing, and we pan to the image of the factory workers smiling and chatting, some patting each other on the back, some wiping the sweat on their brows as they all slowly start to head towards the punch clock by the exit doors. The 5 of you are lingering back a bit because your supervisor Grady approaches you and goes, "Hey guys, remember, your guys promised to stay back today for the overtime you agreed. Remember, you agreed this morning, right, guys?"
No, I definitely didn't agree to that.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. It's time to get off. It's quitting time.
Yeah, OT don't even pay us double, man. I ain't doing OT.
The first person to talk, what's the name on your label? Because, you all have employee name tags.
Malcolm.
Yeah.
He goes, "Stop fucking around, Malcolm. You always try to get out of the overtime, but then come Thursday when it's payday, you complain you don't get enough money. Hey, look.
Because you don't pay me enough, man. You don't pay me enough to want to do no overtime around this spot."
All right, listen. You guys just gotta load all the completed crates of this stuff onto the skits because
Wait a minute.
we got several trucks.
I'm gonna speak up to everybody. $100 bonus, right?
That's why you tell him. You tell him.
$100 bonus right now, cash.
Yeah,
right.
and 2 boxes of the stuff.
All right, I have a bonus for you. Either you do what you agreed to, or you're fired. That's a good deal, right? Or
That's not a deal, man. That's a
wait
threat.
a minute. Let me check. Is there another factory employing anyone in this town?
As soon as he
Yeah, the one
mentions
down the
that, I run off and go do the task. Like, I'm like, oh, my job. And I run off and do whatever he was asking.
He goes, "Look,
So
you
we
guys
getting
need
paid-
to load the completed crates onto skits because tomorrow morning we have several trucks coming, getting ready to take this to Jersey and the city. It's our first rollout of the product. Let's not be late. Isn't it great we don't have to worry about refrigeration? That doctor's a freaking genius. He managed to come up with a yoga formula that doesn't need to be refrigerated."
Bernard, you suck and you're a dick. Come
Yes.
on, guys, let's go do this.
All right, I'll be waiting
Damn
in the
it.
office. Just let me know when you're done, and I'll approve your OT on the time clock.
Fine.
I've already started. As soon as you threatened the jobs, I had my character was gone. Al is
Yo,
gone.
what?
Bernard's a
I just
jerk.
want some more stuff. We should take some stuff from the line for payment, man.
That
You
was what
heard
I
him
was
say,
planning on doing.
Right?
Yeah. Your guys know that they make so much of this stuff. They don't care. You could literally take it off the line and eat it. It's not like you're gonna get in trouble if anything.
Oh,
So you could definitely take some stuff
Yeah.
if you want to eat it.
sounds good.
Still stuck.
I'm taking
still
like
Bernard's a
staring.
breaks.
jerk.
I'm not even getting caught up in the chit chat. Just I'm worried about my job.
All right, so when the 5 of you guys, you leave the assembly line area and you go into the back, and you see the door, which is the manager's office. It's slightly ajar, and he told you to notify him, when your guys are done. But like maybe 10 or 15 minutes in, you hear a knock on the door, and you hear laughing, and the sound of it has like those your guys have the linoleum floors, in the main factory area. You hear the sound of what sounds like high heels. And a few minutes later, coming in through the back area, you see the mayor, Dickie Waterford. You guys all know who Dickie Waterford is. Dickie Waterford the fourth. His he's the great grandson of the founder of Waterford. And he goes, "Good day, gentlemen," as he has his arm around two extremely attractive women, and one of them is holding a bottle of Jack Daniels, and the other one is holding what looks like a fishnet bag, and it's full of random stuff that you would think is weird, like a banana, a leather belt, and they walking through, and he goes, "Hey, is your boss back there? I need to see him."
Yeah, he's back there.
Looking good, fellas. I mean, I'm looking good, but you can look good too. As he walks past you, and you see him walk into the back area. And as soon as he walks back in, they close the door shut, and you hear like some sort of music playing as you guys go back to your work.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Just...
You know what? Bernard and Dickie get on my nerves, man.
Man.
Yeah, man, he brought in Jack Daniels and
Yeah.
didn't even share it, man.
Why is he
I
even
know,
here?
right? God.
As I'm stacking
That's
boxes.
dirty.
As the
Why
door,
are you always working so hard, Elmer?
Man, where else are we gonna get employment, man? We can't fuck this up.
Man,
I don't know.
listen, they
My
got
uncle
another
hunts and
factory down the
traps.
street. They opened up 2 factories. We can go work at the one down the street. Why do we always put up with Bernard anyway? We always end up working with that punk.
Yeah. I mean,
as you say that, the door swings open, and you hear, "Man, I love America," and you see him walking out now with a brown briefcase, and the 2 beautiful ladies with him are eating the stuff. They have like, how your guys were packaging the 8 ounce. They have like the 64 ounce tub, and each one of them has one, and they spooning it down, like shoveling it down their throat. And he's like, "Guys," he goes, "Did somebody say you want the bottle?" And he wheels it, like he rolls it towards your feet as they start walking out the door.
I reached down for it. Immediately
Now-
reached down for it.
When he does that, I'm like, "Now, Dickie, you keep doing stuff like that, you're definitely a shoo-in for re-election."
He goes, "I got you.
That'd
I
be
love
kill
you
for
guys.
us.
You know I love the peoples."
Player intrusion. The bottle's empty.
to, I was about to say, to be real, that bottle's empty, isn't it?
He rolled me an empty bottle. I ain't electing you again. You are not getting elected.
As your guys were
Oh,
contemplating how much was left in the bottle, you notice that there's a little bit of white stuff around the brim where you drink from. The end of the bottle.
Yeah,
And,
frosting.
You hear the door slam, like they walked out, right? You hear the door slam, and no more than 10 seconds later, you hear a scream come from the office.
Like what kind of scream?
What was that?
I bet you Bernard got his stuff caught in his zipper again. Got his junk caught in his
I think
zipper
he
again.
did too much with the leather belt.
Yeah.
You know he's always in there
Sweet
playing with
God.
himself.
Yeah.
Probably right.
You know he got mad last week when I found his stash of Penthouse and Playboy, right?
Did it sound pained, scared, like?
The light starts flickering in
Oh.
like the overhead light that your guys are standing at, and it's flashing inside the employees only manager's office door.
Yo, man, does that mean it's time to go home?
I'll walk down there. I'm gonna walk down there because we're done, right? We're done. We got the
I,
truck.
I stacked the last box.
Yeah.
The door's like slightly ajar. So are you walking? Are you knocking? Or are you swinging the door open?
I'm gonna swing it over. Hey, Bernard, we're done.
You hear a, and you see Grady with this white substance pouring out of his mouth and covering his face. And
Oh shit, he's deep in it, boys.
He's stretching his arm out for you. Give me a difficulty 6 speed. Before I do that, could your guys roll me? One person roll a d6 or roll 20.
Done.
That was fast.
All right, that's the amount of level of effort your guys could split between the 5 of y'all.
Alright.
All right, so
All right.
it's a difficulty 6 roll, and that white substance that's covering his face. You also smell the odor of rotten eggs, and you hear a sizzling sound as his skin is starting to scorch and burn, and it shoots out at you. That was you, Dean, right? That said, Malcolm.
Yeah.
Difficulty 6 speed defense roll.
Jeez. He's like, I spend all 6.
Oh, that's rough.
All right, so how? You have to declare first that failed.
Yeah.
You got a 17. It hits you dead in the chest, and it pushes you back. Right, like your guys now see Malcolm walk to the door. The door, he swung open the door, and you don't see the white stuff, but you smell the strong smell of rotten eggs, and you see Malcolm fly across the room, and he hits into one of those cabinets that had like the lids for the stuff, and he goes smashing into that, and the whole cabinet falls on top of him.
I rush over to try to pick. Someone help me pick this up. What's going on here? I don't know if it's heavy enough that I can pick it up by myself or what.
All right,
I'll definitely follow you in to assist. It's the horror thing to do.
As soon as the both of your guys run towards the cabinet to lift it up, could both of your guys give me a speed defense roll, difficulty 6?
I'm gonna spend a level of effort.
I'm not. I rolled a 5.
It didn't matter.
All right, both of your guys feel your legs get wrapped by the substance as it starts rolling up. It goes from your ankles to your socks, inside your pants, and it starts rolling up your legs. Could the both
Run, boys!
You all of a sudden you feel like your skin is melting off the bone, like literally, and the blood starts pooling over. I'm assuming you guys have like black work shoes.
Yeah.
And you start to see the mix of this white stuff with blood just pooling by your ankles, and you start screaming in pain.
I don't want to actually yell.
What's anyone else doing?
I'm gonna book it to the manager's door, try to grab the banana off the desk, and then jump out of the window.
Okay.
What?
Because they brought a banana in there. I want that banana.
All right, so you
Looks
run
good.
in-
I'm gonna say you may not actually want that banana now.
I'm
You do
going
not-
for it.
All right, so where you running into the office?
Yeah, the office that I just saw.
right, so
That I just got smacked out of, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, as soon as you run into the office, you're almost bombarded by this, the smell of rotten eggs, and hold on, I'm gonna change the image right now. And you no longer see Grady, but the entire room is covered in this mucus, like white substance that looks like the yogurt mixed with veins and
Oh.
pieces of skin, human hair. Right? And give me an intellect defense roll.
All right. What
Difficulty
difficulty?
6.
We have 5 levels of effort left.
Yeah, I'll
Four.
spend one. I'll spend one. Yo,
Oh, not 20.
All right. So, what do you want with your natural 20?
I find that banana, and it is still clean.
All right, I'll give you this. The banana is sitting perfectly on top of this massive blob.
I look at that banana, my eyes widen, and I jump for it.
Okay, you sure you want to do that?
Yeah,
He
All right,
really
so
wants
you
to-
die. You die for this banana, right? Give me a
Scrooge
difficulty
McDuck.
6 might defense roll.
all right.
If you spend all this effort to get a banana, I swear to God.
All right, you
Nah, I'm
jump.
not spending more effort.
All right, you jump. You die for this banana. You manage to grab it, but all of a sudden, that slow mass of moving goo turns on a drop of a dime, and it extends out, grabs you by your leg and your head, and smashes you together like you would like if you were closing a sandwich, and you hear the sound, the snap of your spine breaking as it gets absorbed into this mass.
I'm still out there yelling with my legs burning off.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
My legs.
Do I see all this happening?
You've seen everything but what happened to the guy that ran into the room. You
Okay.
saw the one guy get smashed into the cabinet full of lids, and the other two guys standing there. You don't see the white substance, but you see blood is just pouring out of their legs and forming a pool around them, and they both just standing there screaming on the top of their lungs.
I'm gonna try to grab one of them and then get him out.
Well,
Okay.
I might be the best candidate for that. Those two are dead.
We're dying.
No,
not
stop,
dead yet.
stop medicating. First of all, he won't see you. I mean, he know you smashed in you underneath the thing, but the closest person to him is one of those two guys.
Okay.
I will 100% reach out for him, saying, "Hey, I need your kids. I need you." Holding on to him.
Yeah,
All right, so
I'll-
you see
I'll grab
what's the name on your name tag,
Butler.
Eric? You see
Butler.
Butler screaming out, and he's reaching out for you.
I'll grab Butler.
All right, give me a difficulty 2 strength roll.
All right.
Hey.
Hey.
Ooh.
I'll tell you what happens, and then you can add your part to the scene. When you
Okay.
pull Butler, you hear a snapping sound, and you pull Butler, but everything from his calf down stays on the ground, and it's almost like you ever seen like when someone turns on like one of those I forgot the firework they call you sit on the ground and shoots fireworks up. It's like a
Roman
little
candle.
tube, yeah,
Roman candle.
but it's shooting out stuff like mixed with blood, and you pulled him from the. You pulled his body, but his legs are still planted on the ground.
Oh.
Ah. Fuck. I'm probably gonna just drop him at that point, like freaking out, and then run away, try to get some help.
I knew you wanted my job.
Get help.
Oh, so
I'm gonna run towards the exit. Yeah.
All right, so
And
give me
I'm-
before we'll go back to Dean, and now you said Grady. What you say your name was, Eric?
Butler.
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 Butler. Now Butler, he's on the floor bleeding out, screaming even louder now. Give me a difficulty speed. What you call it, speed roll?
Catch
just to
him?
see see if you could do a long action and get out the factory before we move on to the next.
All right.
Pretty good roll.
Don't worry. This is just the beginning.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So we rolled 18.
Okay, what's going on there?
Oh, I didn't see his roll.
He rolled
You rolled
18.
18.
Oh yeah,
got an 18.
you run out, you go to the door opens, and you just jet out of there.
I jet, and then like, as soon as I get outside, I'm gonna start yelling, "Help!"
Okay, and with your 19, there's a limo there.
18.
Oh, with your 18, oh, there's a limo outside waiting, and you see the window roll up, and you hear the clicking sound of the door opening.
The door opening.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now hold on, and then we'll go back to
Yeah.
everybody else. Dean, I think you're the last one that isn't dying.
Yeah, I'm gonna scramble to my feet and start heading for the door. Cause I don't know. what the hell-
You currently pinned underneath that thing, so give me a difficulty 2 strength roll.
Nice.
I try to grab him as he's getting up and running away. Like, don't leave me here.
I rolled a 17.
All right. Oh yeah, you push it out, and as soon as you push it out, you feel a hand grab you, and you see. Ow! What was the name tag on your shirt?
I think
sir?
Eric called me Elmer in passing.
Elmer.
You
so we'll
see
stick with
Elmer
that.
grab you, and now you see that his eyes are like this mucus white, like he has 0 pupils, and it's like swirling. And he grabs you. Give me an intellect defense roll, difficulty 16.
Ooh.
You intrusion.
Ooh. Natural one.
You shake him off, and you walk into the conveyor room, and knock all the there's like 2 different sections of the conveyor room. There's the part where it's pouring the yogurt into the cup, and then there's the other one, the hot sealer that's sealing that plastic thing around the yogurt. You throw everything off, you lay on the conveyor belt and turn it on. As your body moves into the hot seal, as the hot plastic covers your face, and your body starts spasming and shaking.
Okay.
We head off to the last guy who ran outside to the open limo.
Yeah.
What was the name on your
Jim.
Jim? Jim, you open the door and you see that it's the good doctor that invented the yogurt. He goes, "What's going on? Come in. Tell me what's happening."
We got people dying inside. Some weird sort of freaking thing happened. A white foam. I don't know how to describe it. You have to go in and see.
All right, no, yeah, you wait here. I'll go check it out. You wait here.
All right. Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right. As soon as he walks out and you go in, you hear the door click of the door. You know, the car door click, and the limo windows roll open, and you feel the car is moving.
Where are we going?
You by yourself in the back of the limo. You know, like there's a. You walked out of the car.
You gonna die.
You gotta go to that little divider. Driver.
Yeah. I mean, I was actually kind of thinking that I'm gonna tap on the window, on the divider window.
You see the window like slowly opens, like like somebody's like pulling the window shut, and you see the doctor. He goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. We're taking care of this." As he slowly drives, he slowly closes it back up. And then we pan to an image of you on the main road, spasming with white stuff coming out of your mouth.
Okay.
Oh, good times. This is fun.
That was rough for those workers. All they wanted was a job.
We go back to that one light in the middle of the hold on 1 second. That one light in the middle of the loading dock area, as you see it's still flickering with speckles of blood on it, right? And the light bulb is shaking from the last sounds of the one guy that was still standing there that was melting away, right? And then we immediately it like flickers into a bright light, and then it immediately pans into the image of a car lights. and we see a pair of headlights driving down the Old Town Road. You know, as we zoom closer, we see that it's a police car, and on the side of it, it says Waterford PD. And in the front seat, we see the town sheriff. What does the sheriff look like?
The sheriff is got that classic Magnum PI stash, a little bit of gray in it. Tanner skin. He seems like he's very outdoorsy. He's weathered, like he's got the wrinkles around his eyes. His hand that's on the steering wheel is weathered. His knuckles are chewed and beaten up from working in his shop. On the right of his hand, there is the walkie-talkie, strapped to the dash, and his coffee there that says Dunkin' Donuts brought to you by Stuff. He's in pretty good shape. He's sitting down, but he has this presence of being kind of tall and in charge.
As you look down at, the sheriff driving the car, you hear the sounds of 2 or 3 people talking behind him, laughing and giggling. The sheriff, as he's looking down the road, he looks down, and next to him is a stack of missing persons posters with the image of a young man that says Malcolm Williamson, age 16, missing since October 12th. Last seen riding a black dirt bike on Main Street at 4 p.m. Any information, please contact the Waterford Sheriff's Department, and then it has a number attached to it. When you pick up your head, right, from like immediately glancing off at this, you hear the sound of a familiar voice, Nicole, your daughter. You hear, "Hey, Dad, before instead of dropping off at school, could you drop me and Bobby off? He has to go see his brother at the factory. He needs to pick up some money, some lunch money." And sitting next to Nicole is Bobby, Nicole's boyfriend. What does Bobby look like?
So Bobby looks
Hold
like
on.
Oh.
You're in the back of the car. She's up front, right?
No, they're both in the back. There's also another kid sitting in the back.
I'm telling you, there was an argument over that.
There's another kid. You know how you have that. You actually have like that little plexiglass, behind the
metal grate.
Yeah, almost like they're criminals.
It's for hunting. No, it's for hunting, so that when the deer doesn't slide forward and go through, and hit you up front. Really, it's for him. But
what you call it? What was I saying? Was it Bobby's just your average looking teenager? He has about brown longish hair, probably down to the shoulders. He looks like doesn't really maintain. I mean, what is it like? Doesn't really keep proper. The clothes might be a little bit dirty, like just like a ratty video game T-shirt. Zelda 2. And he's also wearing probably blue jeans that have like holes in the knees or something. Some like skateboarding sneakers. I don't know what was popular back then.
Vans, Pumas,
probably some Vans, black Vans. And he's just chatting up with Nicole about the Zelda 2, how we just got it. We're talking about how difficult it is compared to the first one and all this stuff. And just chatting up with Nicole.
What do you mean, Nicole, that he needs to get lunch money? How old are you two?
Come on, Dad. Unless you want to give him lunch money.
No, I don't. I don't want to.
Are you sure, Ricky? I call you Ricky.
Oh, when you say that,
my name is Rico.
You see Nicole's face go pale white, like, and she gives Bobby like the only stare, like she.
I thought he was we're buddy
so I'm gonna
now.
slide the window open. I'm gonna reach back and kind of grab Nicole, and I'm gonna swerve the car real hard, like classic dad maneuver. Oh, sorry, like, raccoon in the street.
I like bang my head on the window.
And next to Bobby is Jimmy, Bobby's best friend, and you see all three of them shaking the car as they shake it. And as that happens, all of a sudden your police radio goes off, and you hear, "Hey chief, we have another one. Chief, come in. We have another one."
Yeah, what's wrong? You never call me if it's something good, and I'm sure it ain't lunch.
I'm sorry, Chief, but they found 2 more dead cattle from McClaney's farm. We found near Main Street, a few blocks off the town's limits, and it's stinking really bad, Chief.
Great. I let go and I go, kids, I will drop you off at the school, but you're gonna have to stay there for a while. I gotta go to work.
Here's another thing. Dickie wants you here now. He said he's sending Carl and the doc. He said the Carl and the doc are there already, and I'm about to dispatch.
They're dead
as well.
already, right? They're already dead.
The cattle.
Then they can wait enough time for me to drop the kids off at school. I am bringing the kids to cattle slaughter.
Okay, sir, but everybody's worried about the grand opening, and sir, you do know that Halloween's tomorrow, right?
Of course I do.
As he's talking, I peek. If the radio's audible to me in the back, I definitely will be like peek.
Oh,
my head.
yeah.
I peek my head through, like, if it's still open, or I press
Bobby, sit down.
or I press my face against it, like, hey, Ricky, that sounds cool. He said there's some kind of animals being something. Let's go check it out. School could wait. School could wait.
As you
Right,
say
Nick?
that, you
Right,
see
Nikki?
Nicole.
I elbow Nikki.
Nicole goes into her pocket. She pulls out, one of those it's not old fashioned for the time, but one of those micro recording devices, with the little cassette tape. And you both know that she wants to go to school for journalism, and she writes for the school paper. So she pulls out the small tape recorder from her bag, and she goes, "Excuse me, Sheriff, can you answer a few questions for the Waterford High Tribune?"
So I'm gonna reach and just turn the rear view mirror so I can see all three of them, and I let go of the CB, the radio, and I'm making eye contact with Bobby, and I go,
thumbs up
"So you like blood, do you?
I mean, I
We
don't.
can
I
take
don't
you
know,
for a ride."
really.
Yeah, you're gonna find out, tough guy.
Mr. Sheriff,
And I hit the sirens and I put the pedal down, like tossing them in the seat.
She doesn't miss a blink. She sticks her hand over that little hole, and she has like the little tape recorder almost at the back of your neck, and she's saying, "Is this somehow connected to the missing persons from the last few weeks? And more importantly, are you planning to cancel Halloween for the town, Sheriff?
Out the
this
window.
important
I'm sure I
information.
purchased.
Everyone needs
Did I
to
buy
know."
it? Did I buy that, Anthony?
I'm pretty sure you did.
I throw it down in the front seat somewhere. I grab it and just toss it down on the passenger side floor and then slide it shut and punch it.
Are you heading?
If I hadn't bought it, I'd have thrown it out the window. But I bought it, so I'm not doing that. It's going to the floor.
You're a single father, so I'm assuming everything she has you purchased yourself.
Yeah.
Are you heading to the school, or are you heading towards Main Street?
Nope. No, they can come with me. No, this Bobby thinks he's tough shit. So.
Oh, okay. All right, so we'll cut to as you're heading there. We'll cut to right off Main Street Road. Let me switch this image.
Oh, that's right. We got a map.
Oh,
that's not the picture I was expecting.
That is not what I was expecting.
Hello.
I said this was going to be a R-rated game.
My question is, why does it have hay on it?
It was being rolled around into
I don't know. Maybe the good doctor could tell you. We pan over the image of two people, actually three people. We pan over an image of a man holding what looks like a doctor's bag. What's he look like, and what's he doing at the moment? Standing over two cattle that seems to be like the entire from the back legs all the way up to the neck. The entire inside has been totally like almost dissolved out. And I know there's a little flesh there, but there's very little flesh in the actual scene. But you do see like cleaned out bone, a rib cage. And it smells of rotten eggs.
All right. Dr. William Sutton, otherwise, everybody in town calls him Doc anyway. He's your, 80s, 80, 85 upstate. He's your resident, ethnic guy, black guy. Stands probably about 6'2", somewhere in there. And, good looking guy, well in shape, but he's a doctor. He's got the thick mustache too, rocking that 80s mustache and curly hair. And he's like, what's going on? And
you see there's a small crowd starting to gather because it's literally this is a small town. You have one major road. It's called Main Street, and so everyone either going to work or going to school. If they're driving, most likely they're going down this road, right? And you see there's maybe like 10 or 12 people out there, and you see another man next to you turn around to the one cop, that's the one deputy that's there, and he's like, clear out the, let's get rid of this crowd. What's that person look like that's standing next to the doctor?
Oh, sorry. Was that?
Yeah, that's you.
Okay. So it's just a white-skinned man with a nice like short-cut goatee, some like slicked back hair, and a like green striped polo. Also carrying a briefcase.
You see the deputy tell you, hey, Sheriff said he'll be here in a few minutes. Said something about dropping his daughter off. Nicole has to go to school. But then I heard he said he was coming. I'm not really sure, but come on. He's your best friend. You know how he is.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be here. I'm not worried about it. I'm sure his daughter's annoying the shit out of him anyway, so.
What do you think Dickie's going to say about this?
I don't know. I mean, it looks gruesome. That's all I know. Well, it looked gruesome. It looks clean now, oddly. But
I hope Dickie doesn't threaten to kick us in the balls. That guy threatened to kick me in the balls like 4 times last week. He never actually does it.
Yeah, I mean, he's just disregard him.
I said, stand back. You see him put his hand on his nice thing. You go, okay, stand back.
Hang on. Hey,
Johnny, you act like you've never seen a dead cow before as he starts walking away from you.
Deputy, let me handle that. And then I go over and I'm like, everybody, please take a step back. We're dealing with this.
What's that smell? Oh my God, it's disgusting. That doesn't smell like cow. It smells like rotten eggs. You hear an older lady holding a shopping cart. Pushing a shopping cart. It's oh my God, this is disgusting.
I'm gonna kneel down and take out a little specimen bottle, get my tweezers, and drop a couple of pieces of whatever little bit of meat is left.
Okay. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. You want to give me a perception roll or anything intellect based? You rolled a 1?
No, it's not roll.
I was like, oh yeah, this is excellent.
While he's doing that, I'm going to use demeanor of command on the crowd to get them to go away.
All right, for you, difficulty 6. A dead cow on the road is it's not unusual, and this case might be unusual because Mr. Clancy's a drunk, and he it's been several times he's failed to close the cattle gate. So this hasn't been the first time that a cow's been hit by a car or something like that.
Okay.
Cool. So it'll be a difficulty 3 roll for you. And what did you get, Dean?
16. All
right. You sat, not sat down, but you kneeled down, to scrape I'm assuming you were trying to take some of the what were you trying to take some of the actual flesh from what little flesh was left from the bone?
Right, just a little sample. Right? I got the tweezers to drop it in there.
Yeah, as you scraping, you notice 2 things that are immediately strike you as odd. One, that there's absolutely no blood on the scene, none whatsoever. No blood. There's no blood stains. There's just to open nothing. And the other thing you notice is that there's a white gooey substance that's pulsating in the inside skin part where it devoured all the internal organs and stuff. you see like this little white bubbling substance.
Okay, I will. I guess I'll try to get a sample of that too, without
Oh,
touching.
Would your character know not to touch it?
Yeah, I'm a doctor.
Or is that metagaming?
I'm a doctor.
All right, so describe how you're gonna do it then.
He'll, take the
Really
little
touch a
vial.
shitty nose.
You know how
Yeah.
they do with the vial, and they,
Oh, okay.
go down there and get a little bit, and then real careful, like, I got my rubber gloves on.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you got rubber gloves. You don't got to roll. But you scrape it up. Same thing. It's not much, but you notice that when, like, you pull out your little test tube, but it like starts jumping up and down, like in the tube. You ever seen like how a lava lamp would react?
Yeah.
If you like going up and slowly going down. That's what it's doing in the tube.
I had to get this. Yeah, we gotta get this back to the lab and take a look at this.
Carl, what did you get on your roll with the crowd?
Well, I used all social interactions because I figured that applied.
Yep.
I got a free level of effort, so I rolled a 12 to
Okay.
beat a DC 1.
All right, so what did you say to the crowd again? I'm sorry if I cut you off if you said it earlier.
Basically, I was just like, my objective was to get everyone to go away. So, I was like, everybody, calm down, please. This is not a site for you all to be here. Just go about your day. You'll hear about it later, I promise you.
All right. You see everyone is like oh, okay, you're not like Dickie. You see the all right. Are you guys still having are we still having the Halloween celebration?
As far as I know, yes. But that still depends on what we decide.
You're always a good boy. I always thought you was a good boy. And she goes and she like she grabs you by your chin.
All right. Now, if you could please vacate the premises.
I'm leaving, Sonny. I'm old. I'm leaving. But all right, thank you. And you see the rest of the crowd starts to dissipate. At that same time, you see a police car starts pulling up as you see crowds start dissipating.
Doing like 50. He's just doing 50 straight into the parking lot and slams on the brakes.
Like
All for Bobby. Full experience.
As soon as
Do I have driving?
I'll go back to the road. As soon as you pull up, right, you see that the kids in the back are trying to get out, right? And now
What's
you threw
wrong? You
away
didn't
her-
like the ride, Bobby?
You threw away Nicole's little tape recorder, but now she has like that big tape recorder that you press that she had in her book bag, and you see her. She's like trying to open the door with her tape recorder to get it out.
I do say if you're actually saying that Rico to me and
Didn't like the ride. I made it as like difficultly rough as possible.
like I'm definitely breathing. I'm like whoo, like like that was crazy, Rico. We gotta do that again sometime.
At least you get my name right.
I'm in the heat of the moment.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
you
hyped
guys
so
pull
bad.
up. You could do whatever. Whatever you guys want to do.
Trying to get out of the back. I'm
car.
assuming the door is locked from the inside because it's like a cop vehicle.
Yeah, they can't get
Yeah.
out, remember?
Yeah.
like
You
So
have
I
to
walk
let 'em
around
know.
to Nicole's side and I let Nicole out and then I shut the door again.
All right, so both are you
Look at
gonna
the
try
window
to
like-
sneak? Tell me, are you gonna let that happen, or are you gonna try to sneak out? Because then there'll be a contested speed.
So what I would do or try to do if I can is I'm not a mechanic or anything, so I don't know like the mechanisms of car doors or whatever. I would want to swing my Zelda hat, which I have on me. I had it off there and it fell off at some point. I would swing it into the door for so that when it closes, it actually closes on this, but
make
it
it
doesn't
bounce?
actually close. Like it bounces open or
Oh, all
however
right.
you want to
So-
say it.
So that would be instead of speed, we're gonna say it'll be speed, but I'll also accept any stealth related. If you have any
let me-
stealth related skills,
Let me look at my.
and both of your guys roll me a d20, and I guess what you call it, I guess Rico wouldn't be thinking that he's gonna do that. So you
No,
just
but I
didn't-
am a perceptive warrior.
Okay. All right. So I will allow you to apply effort if you like, and a perception to your roll, and you can add stealth or any speed related task to your roll. So it's a contested D20 roll.
Would you allow speed defense actions? Because I'm
No,
trained in
'cause
speed
it's not a-
defense.
it's
I
not-
know.
it's not a
That's the only thing I have. That's why I'm saying.
But you also have effort if you want to apply effort.
Nah,
to
I'm
it.
not. I'm trusting in
No, I'm not
RNGs.
applying effort to this.
Yeah. Oh my god! I rolled a 2.
Oh,
He can still roll a 1. He can still roll a 1.
Could. Finding or noticing small details, does that work?
Nah, I'll give you perception though if you have perception.
Well, it says I'm a perceptive warrior, so there's no perception on my sheet.
Yeah, literally, you win by rolling anything but a 1.
We're gonna go with this. We're gonna go with this and see what happens.
Watch you roll a 1.
Please be a 1. Ah, he rolled 2 ones and 11.
You go to fling your hat out, Nicole stumbles out and the door closes. And you hear Nicole, Dad, you know that's mean.
I'm like pushing my hands against
Yeah,
the
yeah.
knocking.
Go
like,
on, Nicole. Just who was the other sheriff that was here? The other deputy?
I don't know. What's his name?
I don't know. You made 4 deputies and you sent me a picture.
Yeah, but.
Do you want me to
just
give you
me a
names?
na-
Smith.
Yeah, give me a name.
Larry. The first one's name is Larry.
Larry.
I go, just
You-
go to Larry.
You hear
Larry,
when
know
you,
you're here.
When you say that, she ignores you and she goes, Uncle Carl, can I ask you some questions? And she has the tape recorder.
Larry,
and
Nicole.
she starts,
Larry, Nicole.
She starts running towards Carl.
So I crack the door back open. Go, hey, Bobby.
I'm like, my head is like almost like squeezed between like, yeah, Ricky?
Are you know my name, right?
Yeah, Ricky. I mean, we're buddies now, right? I got a nickname for you.
We ain't buddies. You haven't even eaten dinner with me yet.
I look around, like I look at, and you said there's another kid, Jimmy, right? And then
Yeah.
in the back, like
Jimmy.
What?
And I go, Jimmy, what's my name?
What did Jimmy say? Anthony, because I'm not Jimmy.
Yeah, Anthony, what does Jimmy say?
Jimmy's like, Mr. Sheriff, sir.
That works. Jimmy, go on, get out.
He slides
Thank
past
you,
me and
sir.
gets out.
And he goes, guys,
Avoid the cow droppings.
I'm going to class. And you see him
Well,
like
that's a long.
he
You
dropped.
got, just wait. I'll have one of the deputies take you back. You ain't gonna walk, boy.
Oh, he
Sorry.
goes, no, it's okay. And you see he pulls out, he had his like duffel bag. There's a skateboard in it. And he
got
drops
a
it on the
skateboard.
ground. And then he starts.
You be safe, because that's how you treat kids in the '80s.
No,
Bye.
yeah, he skates off, and as he turns the corner of like a little cafe, and there's a little table there, and someone is sitting at the table, drinking cappuccino. What's that person look like, Synth?
Jonah is sitting there with his just cards laid out in front of him, kind of looking him over, sipping on a cappuccino. He's about middle-aged, just slicked back black hair, clean shaven, and he's got this like tattered, like beaten up suit on, and he's just got this very worried look on his face as he stares at his cards.
You see the waitress come, you're sitting on the outside like cafeteria chair. The waitress comes out and she goes, you want me to top that off for you, hon? It's good to be back. I haven't seen you in so long. You were such a baby last time I seen you.
Yeah, go ahead, give me some more of this. I'll be okay. It's good seeing you too.
Are you staying by your brother's house?
For right now, yeah, we worked something out.
Oh,
That's why he's got the new boat out too. So
by the way, I'm really sorry to hear about what happened to your mom. We all loved her, right? She was a great lady.
yeah, but that's why you gotta come back out. If things are starting to turn up, this happens. Had to come back.
Yeah. You know what? Don't worry about that bill. She grabs the bill and she goes, "This one's for Janice." As she starts heading into the, heads back in. She tops off your coffee. from your viewpoint, you saw the cop car pull up. You saw this kid leave on a skateboard, and you don't see your brother because you can't see like from the angle you're at, but you could see his car there. You know, he has a beat up like '78 Oldsmobile.
Yeah.
Small town doctor is a Volvo, but it's an older model Volvo. It's like a '72 Volvo.
Well, what you call it? So Rico is asking me to say his name so I can get out of the car. Is that what's happening right now?
What's my name, Bobby?
After
Nicole knows it.
After I
It's
see
Dad.
you let
What's
Jimmy
your name
out
for me?
for him, after he called you Mr. Sheriff or whatever he said to you, I try to mimic exactly the same. I'm like, Mr. Sheriff, like,
No.
come on.
No.
You let Jimmy
no.
out.
Sheriff was
I'm
good,
like
but
pushing the door now. Like you let Jimmy out for Mr. Sheriff.
What's my name? Is it?
Rico,
As your guys are having this
Rico?
conversation,
Rico Sheriff.
As you guys are having this
Rico?
conversation, Nicole has already reached Carl.
Yeah.
And she's like, Uncle Carl, I have a couple questions to ask you for the Waterford High Tribune. What's going on here? Is this the first police officer at the scene? Oh man, I'm getting so nervous.
damn it.
Is Halloween going to be canceled this year? Does this
Yes.
affect the new factory's opening?
Nicole,
Is Dickie
Carl?
really?
shh, hang on.
I'm like doing this
Quiet.
over top of the car.
I like glance at him, like, calm down. Approach
Holding
me.
Bobby in the car.
Approach me a little bit slower. I can't answer 15 questions in 3 seconds.
Okay. I'm sorry, Uncle Carl. I guess
Okay.
the first question I asked, is this any way linked to the 2 missing persons from the last month and a half?
I am not at liberty to say anything of that variety.
What about the rumors that Mayor Dickey is somehow in cahoots with this new factory and they planning to purchase the entire town and shut it all down? Is there any truth to that fact?
Nicole, you know I love you dearly. I am your father's best friend for a long time. You know that I can't answer most of these questions.
One last question then.
What's that?
Could you convince Dad to let me and Bobby go to the party at Mr. McClincy's barn instead of going? He still thinks I want to go trick or treating. Come on, I'm a senior in high school already, Uncle. Come on, Uncle Carl. He only listens to you.
All right, Bobby.
I tell you what.
It's Ricky Notario, Sheriff Notario, and that's all you hear in the background as he's talking about it.
I tell you
And I
what.
let the door open.
I'll see what I can do.
I'll make a deal. I won't print this story if you convince him to let me go to the party.
I will see what I can do.
She like gives a big hug, like she puts a big hug around you. Give me a perception roll. I won't tell you the
Okay.
difficulty number.
All right. Give me 1 second. Do I even have? I do not. That is just the intellect check.
Hmm.
to the party.
This rolled a 15.
You feel something was put in your pocket.
I give her a hug
Mm.
and then let go and stand back up. Just go. Okay. Now,
Dad,
May-
are
maybe
you
you
gonna get us to take someone to school?
Yeah. We'll get to that, but I need to look into some stuff first. Nicole, can you just stop asking questions until we actually know something,
Is
please?
that an official statement?
You're grounded's going to be an official statement if you keep asking
I'm-
questions.
I am literally covering my mouth right now, like trying not to laugh really hard.
And I'm going to walk over to the doctor, like ignoring her, like every 80s parent does.
As your guys are standing there, you see a 1985 pristine Cadillac drive by you guys. With with Las Vegas plates.
What color was it?
Silver.
I'm going to roll this before I say anything. I'm not spending anything. But since I
Do I
noticed
see
the
this
small
on the-
details,
All right, you saw it looked like a guy with slick back hair wearing a fine suit in the front seat with a fat gentleman sitting next to him. But
Okay.
the one thing, the small detail that you notice, that over the dashboard, you know how normally somebody will have like dice or something? They have the Virgin Mary with like rosary beads hanging, like off the thing, and you
Yeah.
hear what sounds like disco music. Like Donna Summer, like that sort of music playing as the thing, and it just speeds down the block. Like, it doesn't stop, notice you.
do I recognize the car from anywhere, or is it new to the small town?
Oh, you've never seen the car.
All right, I just
First of
mental
all,
note.
it's an 85. It's 1985. It's a brand new car. Like, this
Right,
car's
right.
like literally
Mint.
off the line, no dirt on it whatsoever.
Mint, got it. Check. So I would look over to the other person who's how many did all the deputies show up? How many people are actually here?
There's 4 of you that work for the entire department. I'm assuming
Okay.
that one person stays in the base or whatever, answering calls. So
Okay.
you could decide if you wanted the other person to show up.
I would say besides Larry,
Yeah.
then who else would be here? The doctor you said's here as well, correct?
Yep.
And then who was the other person who was
Carl-
here?
Carl, your best
Carl's
friend.
here, right? Yep.
Yeah, and
So,
that's it.
but he's on the
Yeah.
police force, correct?
No, Carl's the. He's the
Carl's
ma-
not on the police force.
I'm
No,
the
he's
assistant mayor.
He's the assistant mayor.
Oh, he's just the mayor. Way
Mayor's
less
assistant.
important.
Your mayor's assistant.
Assistant to the
So
mayor.
I would walk by Carl and nod, and say sorry about Nicole, and then I'd walk over to the doctor and the dead cow.
Oh, just
Be
so
like, why was I called immediately?
Oh, he's talking to you, Dean.
Yeah, why was I called immediately here?
Oh no,
That's
actually,
so important, Doc.
I didn't call you. I don't know. I don't know.
I was called. Are you eating on the crime scene? That would be hilarious.
I am. You need cashews.
Well, why am I here then? Why was it so important? I was supposed to be dropping the kids off at school. Now I got my investigative daughter causing issues.
Who
What's the deal,
called you?
Doc?
Who called you?
The office told me I had to be here in a hurry.
the mayor's
You
office.
should,
Carl?
you should give Paris a call back at the office and see why she called you.
Carl,
Yo, what's up, Rico?
why is this so important that I cannot take the kids to school?
I have no idea.
Your guys would know that. First of all,
It's weird.
just a brief history, so you guys know. Tomorrow's Halloween. This big, you guys are a small town. A big factory opening up to the public is big news, right? You have one source of income in this entire town. It's these.
Oh, I get
factories,
it.
Right. So if
But I'm employed.
no, the mayor sent you down and called the sheriff because you can't have dead cows on the day before you guys are opening a
Just
factory.
move the damn cow. We have wolves out here and bears, right? It's upstate New York.
Yeah.
Was this killed by a bear, Doc?
I don't think so.
You don't think so, or you don't know so?
I don't think so. Does this look like bear work to you? When do bears lick bones clean and leave
Do you know how many bodies I've seen over the years of animals on the side of the road?
Well, if you say
Why is it
that, maybe-
special?
Wait a minute. Look, no teeth marks. You see that?
Okay. And I'm like bending down and looking with him.
No teeth marks.
Mhm.
Everything that was on the inside is missing, but there's no blood. This is
Maybe he was
unusual.
moved.
Where,
Maybe it got
where
moved
did
here.
Bobby do? What was Bobby doing during all this? He stood in the car.
No. So I wanted to give you a chance to do all this before I interjected, right? So he gave me a chance to get out. He said after
Yeah.
I'll say that we role played it, that I actually said what he wanted me to say. Oh, Rico Notario, Sheriff Notario, whatever. Like I was just spieling off whatever words that he wanted to say. I hop out. As soon as he lets me out, and this is again before he walks up and does all this talking, I would have slapped him on the back. It's like, oh, thanks for finally letting me out, Ricky. Like I go right back to, I knew we were buddies. And then
I'm
it's
gonna
like they
use
want
you
to
as an
talk
experience
to.
point is what's gonna happen.
And he goes to go talk to doctor, whatever have you, and I would just then go be next to Nicole, who I call Nikki, and say, so Nikki, what you found out so far? And just try to talk to her and hang out with her while he's doing his investigative thing.
I think they said something about there's no blood on the cows, and I put something in Uncle Carl's pocket. Maybe it'll help us later.
So all right, that sounds good. And
You want to head to the factory?
it's like,
Go get. You still need that lunch money before school starts, right?
yeah, I mean, let's go.
She goes, all right, Dad, you're taking too long. We're heading to school, okay?
And have someone drive you.
I take out my
Dad, it's
skateboard
like-
from my book bag. 2 skateboards.
I'm like, Dad, it's like 6 blocks away. I'm not a little girl anymore.
All right, I'll see you tonight. Dinner.
Love you.
8, same time as always.
She runs and like kisses you on the cheek
Oh,
and
wait,
goes, love you,
8,
Dad.
6.
And she runs up to me and I go to hold her hand. I guess as she gives me a kiss, runs back, and then she says it loud enough for us to hear it. I say, "Love you too, Ricky," as I wave to him as we're walking.
I will give him the eyes of death.
I'm oblivious to it. I love you too, Ricky. I blow a kiss and we start walking towards school.
That
quote
is so
unquote.
messed up. I'm trying to find him. I know I have a picture of Nicole. I'm looking for it.
Hey, Rico. Look
What?
over. I'm surprised you ain't buried
What?
that kid. I'm surprised you ain't buried that kid yet.
I'm too busy worrying about cows that are apparently important to the city.
We're gonna cut back to Jonah sitting there. Jonah, you see this Cadillac drive, doing like 20 miles an hour, zooms past you. How do you react to that?
I am going to stand up, calmly slam my hands on the table, walk over to the woman who was getting me the coffee.
Yeah.
She's walking over to me with it on a platter.
Yeah.
I pick it up off the platter, down it in one gulp, set it back down, and lay down a $100 bill, and then just walk out of the building.
As you walking out, you notice that it's heading. The Cadillac is heading in the direction of your brother's medical practice. This isn't a big town, so there's only 3 directions you could go, right? You go straight, which is the residential houses. You go left, which is the school, the mayor's office, the important business places. And then if you go right, that's where the doctor's office, the fire department, and it's heading in the direction of the fire department, the police station, the doctor's office.
Is my brother over on the other side, or is it
Your brother's still with the cattle. Yeah, they never stopped moving. They were,
okay, so are the cows more to the left than the right then?
the cows are on the road where they came from, a couple of blocks as they entering the town. So it's more the opposite direction. They're moving away
That's
from
exactly what I want to
Yeah.
do. I'm gonna head that way. I'm gonna start heading toward my brother. Just in a really panicked hurry.
All right. All right, so then we
So
go
I'm
back
just
to your guys.
I'm speed walking down like
You could. I mean, he's literally like a block away from you. You could run if you want to get there. And
no, I'm speed walking. I can't run.
oh, 80s Jane
Yeah.
Fonda.
Yeah.
The power walking.
All right, so we'll go back to your guy. You get there, like you probably get there to catch like majority of this conversation that's occurring. All right, so what are you guys doing again?
So Doc,
Bobby
Carl.
went to the factory, right?
Well,
Fuck 'em.
we told everybody, or I guess we told Rico and that we were going to school, quote unquote. But Nicole said to me that we should go to the factory first for lunch money.
All right, all right, hold on. I got a GM intrusion for you.
For me,
Who you gonna get? Yeah, who you gonna give the XP to?
to Rico for dealing with my nonsense.
All right, so Rico has your XP. As you turn the corner, your friend Jimmy, like as soon as they're out of eyesight, he's been standing there smoking a cigarette, leaning against the wall, and he's like, "Yo, get the bread. Yo, we gotta pick up the kegs for the party."
I say, "Hey Jimmy, give me one of them," and I like go to reach for a cigarette.
He hands you a cigarette,
I like it.
and unfortunately, Nicole takes a cigarette and lights one.
I light it for her.
And you hear him say, "So are you gonna get the money from your brother or not? My cousin, he isn't gonna wait forever by the liquor store.
It's like, yeah,
He's the
yeah,
only
man.
one."
Relax. I just had to, I had to get away from Ricky over there. Sorry, Nicole. I know your dad can be a bit much sometimes. You saw he kept me in the car like that. Like, just call him Ricky. Like, come on, it's a good name, right? But let's head on over to the factory. My brother's waiting for me. He does have some money he could give me for this. Would my brother I mean, I don't know. It's up to you, or I guess up to me. Would we be close enough that he'd know I'm using it for party, or am I lying to him about it, or is that up to
What do
me,
you
or
think?
Yeah, I think we'd be close enough that he'd be like, yeah, like he's probably just a couple years older than me, like 3 years maybe, and he's like, yeah, I got the money for go be the
Look
cool
at his
guy.
brother.
Kevin Bacon.
You guys see who his brother is?
So yeah, I tell him, I'd say, oh, and did you have a name for my brother, or am I naming him?
Oh, you can name him
I call him Dave.
Dave.
So I say, Dave got some money for me. Don't worry, we'll have enough for at least 2 or 3 kegs. Like, we got this. And I say, we start making our way towards the factory.
All right, so meet me by Sam's Liquors.
All right.
I'll be waiting there with my cousin. Hurry up. We need these kegs or we have no party.
Got you. And I say, Nicole, come. And I start dragging, not dragging, but I pull Nicole by. We got to hurry up. And I start walking towards the factory.
And you see he gets on his skateboard and he starts skating in the opposite direction. All right, now we'll go back to you guys. Your guys are having this conversation and you see all 3 of you guys grew up in this town. So you know who Jonah is. Jonah was the fuck up, for lack of a better term. He was
Okay.
Bobby 10 years before there was a Bobby. You see him walking towards his brother, and everyone's always amazed. You have the African American doctor with the white fuck up little brother as he's walking towards.
Adoption's a
the
bitch.
group. So what kind of conversations is going on?
Anybody? Well, I'm talking about. I'm telling I'm not kneeling, but crouched down, in a squat, and I'm just pointing out. I'm like, look, no teeth marks, and see, look at that. That's like that bone has been polished there. I mean, it looks like it's polished.
Maybe
in
it was
there.
dragged here, man.
Wait.
Could have been moved.
But somebody. So you're telling me somebody went in there and cleaned it out? This looks almost like a taxidermist did a job in here.
Maybe it was. It wasn't no crazy murder. It's a cow. First, you can't murder a cow. You can't.
I never said it was a.
That's theft. Maybe disturbance, but it ain't murder. It's a cow. Let's move it off the street. Take it back to the lab. You can take a look at it. We'll take it in the shop. You just, actually look at it. But let's just get out of public so no one shuts up, man. Tomorrow is Halloween, and The mayor is already throwing a tissy right now. Like, ask Carl, he knows.
God. Yeah.
Oh, as
Holy
you say that, your beeper goes off.
Oh,
And it's
God.
80085. Boobs if you turn it upside down. And you
Yep.
know that's Mayor Dickey. Whenever he beeps you boobs.
All right.
Did I notice Jonah yet?
Do you notice what?
Do I notice Jonah yet?
Yeah, you see him walking towards you. You saw him, like he's actually into the group. Your guys kind of like do what you normally do with Jonah. You kind of ignore him as he like walks into the, like what grown-ups are talking.
Yeah, after I finish talking to Rico, I stand up and go. So how long you here for this time, Jonah?
I don't know, but we're gonna have to get going.
How much money do you need?
Listen, why are you talking to your brother about money right now? Let's talk
I'm
about
not
moving
talking-
the cow.
I'm talking about
We
moving
can-
something else right now. We need to move something else.
I look at Rico. And I go,
I'm sorry, what?
We need to move something else right now.
what? Jonah, what are you doing?
You saw that a fresh new car driving down the road. Nobody out here drives like that.
So what? Did you bring
Yeah, I
your
saw it.
problems home, Jonah?
I didn't try to.
Come on. There's always an
You
excuse.
Okay,
you locked up
You
the
know-
practice, right?
Jonah,
You locked
Mom-
up before you left.
Mom is probably like turning over right now.
She was before I left too.
Jonah, look,
I'm gonna let you have your family moment. And I get up and go over to Larry. I'm like, Larry, call Paris, get a truck here, move the fucking cow.
All right, Skip.
I don't care what happened to it. We'll just say a bear got it
But
or
Skip,
something.
What are we gonna do about this freaking smell? You don't smell that?
Burn it? Let's burn it.
All right, Skip. Oh, maybe.
Skip?
Maybe, oh, I'm sorry, Chief. Maybe maybe we'll take them back to the farm. It's their cow. Let them fucking deal with it. Exactly. Alright.
Tell him it was attacked by something. Put some marks on the bone with a knife or something. Fuck, man. Just get it out of here.
What do you think? You think I could get the truck from Willie? Maybe Willie has a truck we could use.
I don't
I
care
know
where
it.
the truck comes from.
All right, Chief. All right, Doc. I got it. All right. I got
Your
it.
end of the job. I'm
Alright,
doing
alright.
mine.
So-
You see him run off.
God
But
damn it.
he runs off and he looks. He gives Jonah a stare, like, and he mumbles
Larry.
on his breath. I want a chance to put my motherfucking money back. It ain't over between me. And then he jots off and runs off.
All right.
And I don't know how Jonah reacts to that, but he just says that underneath his breath as he like runs past you.
I'm too busy just like looking at my hands or something.
Jonah, how much money do you need to get out of town to take your problems with you?
I don't need money. I got the money.
Then what are you doing here? You didn't even come to Mom's funeral.
I tried to make it back. I couldn't make it in time.
No. See, you try. You try to skydive. You try things you don't. When your mother dies, you come home.
That was the plan.
You know, I don't understand you. You had everything. If your parents hadn't adopted me, I don't know where I would be. But why is it I'm the guy, I dedicated myself to this town. You know what? The people here, they're just like family. What is wrong with you? You know, it's shameful that Rico is more of a brother to me than you are. And then you come back and then you're bringing problems to the town. I swear to God, Rico, if Rico. See, you got me all
Yeah.
discombobulated. Damn it.
Your
Jonah,
beeper goes off again now. Carl. Now it says boob 69. That usually means call me the fuck back.
All right.
Yeah,
promise
I'm
you,
just
Jonah,
like,
I think your
I
owner
promise you,
wants
Jonah, if
something,
you,
Carl.
if you cause some problems here,
oh,
you're
Jesus.
gonna be in some real trouble this time.
All right.
And I
Yeah,
walk over
that
to
is for
Rico.
sure.
I walk
Yo,
over,
That's for sure.
Yo, Doc, Jonah.
What is it, Carl?
I don't think this is the place or time for this.
I point
You know what?
at the sheriff's
Don't you-
badge.
Don't you start.
Hey, listen to me. It's not the place or time to do this. Okay? Take care of this in a little bit. On your own, not in company. Deal with it then. I have to go because
Yeah, I gotta
shithead
go.
fucking wants me.
I gotta go too. I
So-
gotta get back down to the hospital. But my point is, and don't tell me about this. It's just the time or the place. It's always the time or the place for them because you know what? You remember what happened last time we was here, huh? Do you remember that? You remember, huh? Do you? The town lost what, $5,000 and three. But he don't know. I bet you he don't know nothing about that. Now, do you?
6,000.
I've already walked away at this point. I have to go find a phone.
The nearest payphone is right by that cafe that what you
Oh
call
my
it?
god.
Jonah was right in front. You know, it's one of those 1980s outside booth phones. You put a dime in, and you go in and you hear, "What the hell took you so long?" Like it rings like half a second. You took care of that cow thing?
Yeah, it's taken care of. What? You sent me down here, and then you called Ricky down here, or Rico. Sorry, god damn it, fucking Bobby. You called Rico. You called Rico down here, and then shit just escalated. So
Yeah,
fucking,
that's what
all
we
right.
pay him for. He's a freaking sheriff.
we're taking care of it. What do you need?
All right, look, couple things. One, they're having the factory open, but they're having a party in Studio 54 tonight. So me and the missus and the missus, and the missus, you know what I'm saying, right? Isn't it great to be an American? You gotta love America.
Yeah, it's great. What do
All
you
right,
need?
so I'm heading out to Studio 54, so I might not make it back in time. So handle all the, take care of everything for me. You're a good boy.
Okay. What?
Oh, and one last thing. You know Gertrude? You know, nice old Gertrude. She owns that bagel shop. I never paid my tab. I owe like $50. Can you stop by and pay her for me?
Yeah, you got some money hanging out at the office?
Check the petty cash, but I might have used that for a poker game. But there might be something in there.
Jesus Christ. All right.
If not, I'll get you. I'm good for it. Come on, it's Dick and
Yeah.
Waterfoot.
You've been saying that for like a month.
I'm sorry, man. You know how it gets. I was drinking.
Look.
The missus. She's on my case. Everybody's worried about if I'm gonna bring the town back. If I'm gonna bring the town back. And I tell them I'm gonna bring it back. Nobody believes me, but look, I'm bringing it back. Right? You got faith in old Dickie, right?
Yeah, I have faith in you. Whatever. All right, so the sheriff wants to cancel Halloween. What do you want to do?
Cancel Halloween? What is he, nuts?
Not really nuts, no.
Tell him to find out where those darn kids are having that freaking party they throw every year and mess up the whole town square. There's shit all over the place. Kids doing all sorts of throwing eggs. And tell them to start working on that. Some serious crime work. Talking about canceling Halloween. You know how much? You know how much we make on candy sales?
Yeah, I know. I'm the one that does all the work, so yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, you take care of good old Dickie. I know. I really, I appreciate everything you do for me. Really, I mean, I can't really pay you, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
Yeah, and then you ask me to spend my own freaking money that I have to spend on to get.
Oh, you know
Your
what?
bills.
If there's nothing in the petty cash, if you go in my closet, I got 5 cases of this stuff. That yogurt, oh, it's delicious. Oh my god, yo, I've been eating, and it doesn't give you the runs. I've been eating that thing all week.
All right,
You know, you can take those if you want.
all right, I'll figure it out.
No.
Yeah. So, all right, if you're not gonna be, you're leaving now. You're not gonna be back.
Yeah, I gotta go pick up a couple of things. You know, the missus, she wants to get some acid. It's gonna be great. We're gonna go studio. You know, I haven't been to Studio 54 in what 2, 3, 4 weeks now. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Yeah, yeah, I'll probably be here for another 30 minutes or so. But just make sure everything goes off without a hitch. And if something does happen, it's your fault, not mine. Okay, we got that.
Why are you working
Doesn't
for
matter
this guy?
anyway. God damn. All right. Yep. Sounds good. And I hang up the
Oh,
phone.
and also the
It-
doctor says he has a camera crew showing up for the opening. I believe the trucks came and already left. But if you do see a camera crew or a camera, don't tell them shit that we invested in this company at all. You can't let them know that I have any money.
I've already hung up the phone.
Oh, okay. He's still talking. You can't let him know that you have anybody invested.
Actually, no. I did that thing where I set the phone on top of the payphone.
Oh,
and
so
I
he's
just
just
walked
talking away.
Yeah, I
He's
just
talking away.
walked away. He's just continuing to talk. I come back over, and I'm like, "Yo, Rico, I heard you say you
Yeah.
wanted to cancel Halloween earlier. We can't.
Well, it's not the cow I'm worried about. It's the 2 boys that have been missing since the 12th. Last
Yeah.
thing we want is trick or treating and more kids ended up missing.
I mean, the mayor said to tell you to do your fucking job.
Yeah. Tell your mayor
Yeah.
you should do his too.
Yeah, I did. Multiple times.
You still ain't getting paid, are you? I told
Nope.
you.
That
Come to the
motherfucker.
courses. You can join us, man. Instead, I could use another smart person on the force. And I look at Larry.
Poor Larry.
And now,
As you say that, you see another cop car zooms in front of the factory. And as they're turning the corner, you see that Bobby and Nicole are heading to the front entrance of the factory.
Not good.
What's
We
Bobby
see
doing?
this, or the people watching
No, Bobby
the show
does.
see
The
this.
people
Oh, okay.
watching the show see this.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was a little confused.
Uh,
All right, so
yeah.
wait, so you panicked?
Because I'd be like, this town is micro machine sized.
It's in a bottle, like one of those glass bottles.
That's the actual twist. It's been a bottle town the whole
It
time.
was all say elsewhere. It was all a snow globe.
But either way, if you're panning to me and asking me, well, like, were we setting up for me to do shit or?
Yeah. You walk to the front of the factory. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
So if there's like because I've been there multiple times, I know where
Yeah, your
Dave
brother
works.
works
I
there.
know where he's stationed in the stuff factory. I'm assuming there's a big sign.
Oh,
like
wait a
Eric
minute.
has-
I'm sorry. What was the last guy? I totally fucked something up. We gotta rewind 1 second. Who was the last guy in the beginning scene that got into the limo?
Oh, that
that
was
was Jim. That was me.
Yeah, your brother's name is Jim. Not Dave.
Oh, so it's Jim? That was okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Jim. All right, so Jim is the one who got in the limo at the beginning of the prologue or
Oh.
whatever.
Or at the end.
Or at the end of the
prologue, yeah.
prologue, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's good to know. But either way,
AKA Kevin Bacon.
but either way, if there's like a guard or security detail or something, I tell them, hey, I'm here to see Jim. I'm sure I'm on a first name basis with most of the people there, considering like me and my brother are pretty close, and I probably visit fairly often. And if there's a security detail, say, hey, well, what now? The security guard, he's Dave now. So I say, hey, Dave, I'm here to see Jim. Like, where's he
When you
stationed
go-
today?
When you go to knock on the door, right? There is no security guard.
Oh. All right, so I just walk in and I say, "Oh, Nicole, looks like we got it easy today." And I walk.
You walk in,
Yeah.
you see everything is like fixed like it normally is. You just don't see anybody in there. The lights are on, the floor, everything is clean. You
But
just
there's no
don't.
people.
Yeah, there's no people.
I look at Nicole and say, was the factory supposed to be closed today? Where's Jimmy didn't tell me anything was gonna be. You know, he didn't tell me he was off work today.
You see the like you walk through the factory floor, everything is still in line. Like, you know, there's still boxes of stuff, you know, neatly packed and on the conveyor belts. Everything is, you know, but there's just, you don't see anybody. So you go back to the back loading area and you see the door. Like, you know, you see that all the skits that are normally there, they obviously have been loaded up, right? And you see the manager's back office there.
Is it somewhere, or I would know? I mean, if I see it there, I definitely am gonna go knock. But is that some place that I know Jimmy would possibly be if he was here? Because my goal is to find Jimmy. Like, I would probably either.
Yeah,
go,
I mean, you come here often, so you would know who you know who the manager is. You wouldn't have any issue.
All right, yes, and I would just assume the manager's in there, like doing some paperwork or something. Just go ask him, hey, where's everybody? Where's Jimmy? So I go and I knock on the door before. Actually, no, I don't knock. What am I saying? I just open it. I'm impulsive T.
Yeah.
I just open it. Like, hey, what's the manager? The manager's name is let's call him I don't know. Well, what's a good name?
Oh, we had a name for him.
Oh, we have. What's the manager's name?
I was calling Bernard.
Oh yeah, Bernard or whatever it was from the beginning, right?
Yeah. You see Bird come out.
So,
And
hey,
he's like, hey, Bob. Hey, Bobby.
I give him like, you know, the whatever high five or whatever, the '80s hand. Like, I don't know. I'm bad. I just was born then, so I don't know what like the
He
you know, the
awkwardly
whatever,
goes to like shake your hand, and he goes, "How
Like
are
that.
you today?"
Say I'm good. Where is everybody? Where's Jimmy? I'm trying to.
Everyone took the day off.
Jimmy didn't tell me anything about the day off. When did this happen?
He told me to give you this, and you see him go in his pocket, and he pulls out $50.
Hey, I say exactly. Hey, and I go and grab the money. I start counting it. Like, I'm guessing it's like singles and fives or some shit or whatever. Or maybe fives and tens, but I count it. Like, oh, awesome! I put it in my pocket. Thank you so much, Bernard.
Single 50.
A single 50, balling out of control. Were 50s even a thing in the 80s? Like, I don't
Yeah.
know when 50s.
Yeah.
Who the fuck did you think money was minted?
I don't know, man. I don't know. All right.
Money
either
was
way.
invented in 2001.
We only had $2 bills in the 80s.
Because I'm picturing like the new 50s because I work like in retail, so I'm like that wasn't a thing back then. There was no holographic. Either way, I pocket the money. I say thanks, Bernard. What you call it? And I say,
No. He goes, "No problem. Would you like to take some stuff with you?" And
he goes.
he puts his hand off to the side.
I
You could take a case if you like.
see. I had a lot for breakfast. I'm pretty good for today. Don't worry about it. You know, Jimmy always Jimmy always
then.
brings that stuff home, so you know we're well stocked at home. Don't worry about it. The 50 was enough. I pat my pocket. I was like, thank you so much for that. I'm gonna go try to find. Did Jimmy tell you where he might be today? He didn't tell me anything.
He did not. Maybe he is home. Could you please lock the door behind you?
All right. I know you're this is out of character. I know you're speaking in a weird way, but Bobby would completely ignore it. He got his money. Like, you know, his brother's not here. It's like.
I am staying in character.
But either way, he says, no, I'll lock the door. I mean, you just close it right out. I don't have any keys.
Yes,
I'm, like,
it
walking
closes
away at this
behind
point.
itself.
So, all right. So, you know, have a great day, Burner. And I take Nicole's hand and I start walking away. You know, and I look back. I look over my shoulder to see what he's doing. Is he like still staring, or does he go back in the office? Or
He's standing there staring at you.
what kind of look is on his face?
Give me a perception roll.
All right. I'm not adding anything to it. Just rolling a straight D20. D20. I got 18.
He has like a blank, like a if you were looking at a doll, like a mannequin,
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
and from the corner of your eye, you kind of saw like some white, like milky, like you saw his eyeball, like your iris, like disappear in and out, of like if there was a wave of like some white milky substance.
Oof. Okay.
And you also noticed with your perception roll, where you smelt that same smell that you smelt where the cattle was.
At the crime scene with the okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So I when I turn around, like, you know, as I take that, you know, glance at him, I give him like a little smile and a wave, like, just to see how it reacts. Like, does he react in any way when I do that?
He's doing exactly this.
Oh wait, I'm not. I have your camera covered, fuck. Okay, just a simple. Okay, all right, and you know, I turn around back, you know, to look to where I'm walking out of the factory. You know, once we're outside, I have Nicole by the hand, like, you know, shut the door or whatever. I look at her and I say, "Did he seem off to you?"
I've never met the guy, but all these guys that work in the factory seem a little weird to me.
He's normally a little more bubblier than that. It's a little weird, but I guess he's just stressed. Yeah, I pat my pocket, whip it out, and show her the money. I got the money. Yeah, we can get out of here now. But that was just. I wonder why everybody got the day off before. I mean, I guess there's an important thing happening tomorrow with Halloween, but Jimmy would have told me this. But it seems weird that it wasn't scheduled or planned.
Oh, maybe they gave him the day off as a celebration because of they're opening to the public tomorrow. Maybe they wanted to rest up for the celebration tomorrow.
Makes sense. We can't worry about that now. Party's waiting, and you know, we start heading towards the liquor store. Mm. And I gotta take her by the hand or whatever.
Mm. All right. Your guys were heading. Where were you heading? Everybody else?
Down to the hospital.
Yeah, wherever we're taking the cows going to the place to burn. Or whatever they want to do with it. Right. You know, probably sell it to the city. That seems about right.
So we're gonna assume the four of you guys you're heading toward, for the exception of what you call it, deception of Carl, right? Who you stood by the cafe. The three of you were heading to the doctor's place, right?
Yep.
The first thing you notice when you guys drive, I guess the two of you drive, the cop drive. The first thing you notice as you pull up is that the front office of the doctors, because I'm assuming it's a like a family practice or it's a house,
yeah,
right? The door is kicked open and like ripped off the hinges.
Oh, great! I'm assuming you didn't leave your door open.
No.
As we're getting out of the car.
No, I locked up whilst up the street.
Oh, just so you guys know, you do know that you have a nurse that works there, and you guys all know that's your nurse is Carl's wife. Gina. So I think there would be a little more urgency if you saw
like a break-in.
Oh, I'm pulling my gun out already. That's
like, oh my
obvious.
God! I'm like, I don't even think it was like, oh my God, Gina, and immediately.
Whoa! Let me go in first. Someone broke in. Last thing you want to do is get shot. And I'm gonna move in to the front door.
Oh, you run in.
Call for Gina.
As soon as you start calling for Gina, you run in. You see that the place is trashed. Like, you know, like as soon as you go in, it's like the waiting lobby. You know, the couches are turned up. Everything is cut. The walls are like ripped up. The front counter, the reception nurse counter, is the chair. The phone, the typewriter. Everything is like all the paperwork is thrown off to the side. Like it's been thoroughly ransacked.
I turn to look directly at Jonah. Jonah, if I find out you're mixed up in this, I swear.
How about we find Gina? And I start sweeping through. Any response from her?
You don't hear anything. You screaming. I'm assuming you screaming out, Gina, Gina.
Yeah, so I moved through like the front entryway where people would wait, to the front desk, into the back where surgery is, back to the kennel where they would keep the animals, sweep around into like the surgery room, see if anyone is in there. Is there a second floor?
All right, when you go to the back room, like towards the surgery room, you see Gina's name tag with a knife and a paper underneath that says "Pay what you owe."
Without turning around while looking at it, I just kind of slide it off the knife and hold it up.
And it's like one of those old-fashioned switchblades. You press the button and it, like pops up.
Any ideas on what this could be, Jonah?
I don't know a single thing to them. I don't know what they're looking for, who they thought they're looking for.
Why?
Whoa.
Why don't I?
First, you know
believe-
nothing. Now you don't know what they're looking for. That means you know something. Someone's missing.
Jonah?
And with that, we'll take our 10-minute break and we'll come back with the finale of this.
I'm going to count to 3.
All right, so we'll
Trust me, it's gonna get a lot more spookier. We just had to do some character development going on.
So yeah, we'll break here for a quick little 10-minute thing. I'm gonna throw up our be back soon screen, and we'll be back in 10, folks. So stay seated, go
gonna get
grab
some
your
more
drinks,
stuff.
use the bathroom, and we'll be back with the second half of Stuff Happens after this. See you in a little while.
Shit, I taped it down.